Hi my friends, this is Nestor Idome from the MakeMoneyFromHome.com, and today I'm going to be teaching you about Inkscape. Okay, Inkscape is a graphic designing tool that I've been using for many years, and it's free of charge to download. It's an open source, so basically you can just download it, install it in your computer. It works on Mac, it works on PC, and I recommend that you use it if you are both trying to save some money because it's free and you don't have to buy expensive programs, right? Because there are these graphic designing programs could go from $300 to more, like $800, right? And also at the same time, if you don't have the money, how much money are you going to be spending on trying to get graphic designing done for you? It could get a little bit expensive, okay? So I'm not gonna say that I'm a graphic designer. I have never taken any classes on it. I haven't done it. And everything that I know, I basically taught myself. So I know you could do it, okay? And over the years, what happened is that I've been teaching myself, and the best thing to do is to go out there, excuse me, and look at a graphic and then kind of be like, okay, I like that graphic, and then figure out how to do it within Inkscape. That's basically what I've done. And what I'm gonna teach you here in this video series is basically the techniques that I've been learning little by little throughout all these years that I've been at this, okay? And it actually literally has taken me years to learn little things, okay? It's not that it's gonna take you years, it's just that I would start doing some basic stuff, and then I was like, oh, how do you do this? And I will start searching and searching and searching, and then I'll find a video that will teach something like that, and then I will apply it into my keep going, doing the same thing, and all of a sudden I see something else, like, man, how do you do that, right? So over the years I've been, basically learning and teaching myself, and what I'm gonna teach you is all these years that I've been learning. I'm gonna teach it to you in this video series, okay? So I hope you have fun. I hope you like this, and you can just do it. Here's my blog right here. What you're looking at is my blog, all right? So you can go to the MakeMoneyFromHome.com, and it's gonna take you to this blog, all right? Or most obviously you are in this blog if you're here in this video, but this probably is on YouTube, so I'm gonna put a link on the bottom of this video that is gonna take you to my blog. But this graphic behind here, this is something that I created. All right, that's something that I created, something that you can create. It's not that difficult. I'm gonna show you, how to create, different things, like arrows and the signs and different little things. Most of the time, what I do, I'll go out there and look for for something like an arrow right here. If I don't really want to do it, right? Because to be honest, I don't know how to make these arrows where it's kind of like a marker, and even though it has the ability to do kind of marker, it never turns out to be like exactly how I wanted it to be curved. So I'll do it, but I'm gonna show you how to do arrows where it's not like a marker, it's like an actual arrow. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Usually these signs, I'll just copy, get them from Google or something, copy them, and then just paste them in there. You always want to go and search for like pictures that it say no background, or no background image or something. That way the image behind it appears, because sometimes people put with like white background or black background, and it's not gonna look good in your blog, okay? So you're gonna learn how to do these little shadows and the words and then these pictures, okay? So what I'm gonna do in this first training video series for Inkscape is I'm gonna teach you the basics of Inkscape, okay? Just where the tools are and how to use something and how to do things, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Inkscape. So here is Inkscape, okay? This is basically what it is. Once you download your program, this is what you're gonna see. This is like your office, like your desktop, okay? And right now, for some reason, it's not responding, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. And so what you see here is you're gonna have your tools, some of the tools right here on the side for graphic designing, your menu, and then this menu right here changes depending on the tools that you have, okay? And to be honest, I probably know like 5% of this, all right? And that's how I create everything. I don't really know everything, all right? So like for instance, some of these tools right here on the side, I've never even used. I don't even know what they are, okay? So that's how like how I create everything. I don't know how to use that stuff. I'm pretty sure that if you knew how to use that stuff, you can create amazing kind of graphic designing, but I don't know. So let me move my screen a little bit over here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna show you very quick what I do, okay? The easiest thing to put a picture in here is once you download it, you can just grab it and then take it in here, and it'll insert it into the Inkscape program. All right, just push OK, and that's gonna bring the Inkscape into this program right here. So once that's in here, you're gonna want to basically design things. Okay, so what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna show you how I'm doing these pictures. So if you've been on my blog, you've probably seen a bunch of these type of pictures, and I like for my blog to look very crisp and very clean and very symmetrical. I like that stuff. I don't know why. It de-stresses me. And so I've been creating these pictures like these with little sayings on them. And so I'm gonna basically show you how it is. This is a very, very simple way to do stuff. I've seen other marketers sharing similar stuff like this, or if you see like those pictures with the quotes on them or something, you can do that. Okay, so you're gonna be able to see how those types of pictures are being created. Okay, for that particular blog, for the Kalatu blog, the blog platform, the blogging platform that I use, it's 1200 width by 628 height. Okay, and this is where you see the width and the height. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, by showing you how I do those pictures, you're gonna learn some of these buttons. Okay, some of what these functions are. Like for right now, I already told you where the width and the height is. This right here is just a position of the page where it is. As you can see, it moves when you move it. I don't really use that. I don't know. I mean, other people, you might find a use for it. Okay, so I want it to be 1200 by 800. I mean, 1200 by 628. All right. So what I'm gonna do, because this one's gonna be too long, I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. See right now. See, I can go like this. All right. Right now, I can do that. All right. If I don't like how it is, I can just go. This is the back and the forward buttons. Okay, forward. Okay, and that's where these are. But so I'm gonna just be showing you little random stuff like that. Okay, and if you lock it, then you can't do that anymore. It just goes up and down, and that way it won't lose the perspective. So what I'm gonna do, so I won't lose that, I'm gonna do, look, I almost got it to 628. 628 exactly, and that's gonna, what it's gonna do is gonna make the width exactly so it could keep the exact proportions that it had before. All right, but now it's too long, like I said. So how am I able to cut this picture to the size that I want? The easiest way to do it is by choosing the shape right here. Okay, this is where you're gonna shape, you're gonna have your squares. Okay, and what I do is that I'm gonna go ahead and click this so it can go into the little arrows. I can make it big and small. I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna choose this, fill and stroke. That's gonna bring up a menu right here, excuse me, that where you can choose. It's gonna have more options of how to design this right here. Okay, so like right here, you can choose the colors you want. You can also do the colors down here if you just want to make it easier for you. But if you want like a specific color, it's right here, and it gives you different types of coloring modes if you want to use them. All right, and it has like right now it has a lining, right? Look, so I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see it. As you can see, it's making it bigger, and this is where you make it bigger or small. All right, if you want to take it off like right away, you can just take it off, push X, and it takes it off. Okay, I want to take it off just because of this purpose, and also I want to make it transparent. Okay, and the reason I want to make it transparent is because I want to see where it lands in my picture right here. Right, and that's another way you can make things transparent if you want to make transparent, because I'm going to use transparency right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the picture, and I'm going to put it to the dimensions that I want to use. So it's 1200. And as you see, by me unlocking it, it actually just moves this around without, and it loses its proportion, but it goes into the proportion that I want. So 628. Boom, right there. All right, so that's the measurement. Now I wanted to get into the middle, and the way you get into the middle of everything is you go into the objects right here, go all the way down into align and distribute. And this is a pretty cool tool that when I found out about it, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for, there was a person who told me about this tool. And the reason is because I always used to kind of like eyeball it, right? Like I kind of eyeball it and measure it through here. See, if it was in the middle, oh my gosh, it was just a hard time. And look how easy it is. You just push right here in the middle of the picture, and in the middle of the picture. or if you want it all the way to the sides like that, or let's say it's like it's over here and you want it all the way to the top, right? It goes like that. So very cool thing right here. So now that it's here, look, see now with the little arrows in my keypad, I can move it around if I want to without going up and down. So I kind of wanted like maybe over here, right? I want a little bit more of the hand or a little bit more of the zeros. So once I get into the right proportion, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click left click right here, and I'm gonna click left click and then leave it clicked and choose both of them. Then I'm gonna go back to the objects again, and then go clip. This is another one that took me a while to learn, and then set, and boom, it cuts it. All right, and let me show you something cool right now while we're at that clip and set. Okay, so let's say you want to you can do whatever you want, like any shapes you want, but let's say like like house. Let me just put house, right, and let me bold it a little bit. This is where you can, this is the clip and set is pretty cool, because let's say I want to go right here, and let's say you have like a different shape or something. Let's see, see, this is the star shape right there, and you can create different things. I'm going to show you in another video how to do that. All right, so you can go like this, and once you choose all of the objects, you can just clip and set, and actually the text didn't go, but see how you see the star now? It's just it cut a star. I can actually do this the same thing for this one. I can just go like this, object, clip and set, and now it's like a little star. See, so that's pretty cool, pretty cool feature that it has that I love to use. But now what I'm gonna do is actually gonna show you how I do the rest of the things. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this right here, and I'm gonna choose the color black, right, and then I'm gonna put it right here because I'm gonna choose it into my area right here where I'm gonna write. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my tools right here, and I'm gonna darken it up a bit, not make it so transparent, and then I'm gonna write my title. Okay, so my font, I'm gonna push the button right here, and I'm gonna click it, left click right there, and then I can write stuff, right? This program does not have well, I don't think it does. I actually have never checked if it has spell check. All I do is like I open up like a folder where like a Word document, and I write everything there to spell check it, make sure everything is correct, and then I bring it over here. And what I do is I choose that option. Once it's clicking, I Control V to paste what I want in there. All right, and as you can see, it's already there. And but these buttons right here is to the level of where you want, because there's different levels, right? Like there's a picture, there's this one, and then there's the writing, right? So as you can see, if I put this one, I can put it all the way to the back, right? Or I can bring it all the way to the front. But then it's gonna be in front of the words. So I want the words in front of this, and I want the words to be white so you can see them. All right. Then after that, once I choose this, I go back to the font option, and it's my font option changes now, and this is where you can choose the size, you can choose the if you want it to be bold, italic, if in the middle, the side, right? Also, this one's pretty cool because let me show you really very quickly what that does. Let me just make it really big. Okay, so if you have like this one, it'll make it look, it could make it more closer, the letters are gonna be closer, or you can make them go farther. All right, so and then this one, what this one does is that this one, if you had like another sentence, it will do the same thing, but it'll put the sentences closer or farther apart. That's a pretty cool way to make it very professional, very clean, without you having to measure anything. All right. For me, what I like to choose this font, which is the very first font that it comes with. For some reason, I like it. I'll go all the way to the top. It has, as you can see, it has a bunch of fonts. Choose that font and make my word bigger. I'll do this one. Maybe that's a little bit too big. 64, and then bold it. That's pretty cool. And then what I'll do is that if it doesn't fit, then I'll do a little longer, right? And I'll choose both pictures. That way I can center them, right? There's a commission. All right, so there it is. So now that it's in the middle of this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna gonna choose them both, right? I'm gonna go to objects, and I'm gonna go and push this group. That what it's gonna do is gonna create this image as part of a group. So now when I choose it, it's the text and the square are not separate. They're actually one picture. The reason for that is because I want to be able to put it right here on the edge, and that's where I go to my tool here and I put it on the edge, and that's gonna make it seem. So let me show you very quick how that looks. Push the button right there. If I want to push it to the other side, or push it to the bottom, or push it to the top, right, or push it in the middle, wherever I want it, I can create it like that. So once that's there, then I can just choose this one by itself and go up. If I'm going a little bit fast, I do apologize for that, and I'm just trying to show you what I know. The great thing about this is that it is a video, so if I did go a little bit fast, just rewind it a little bit. You can rewind as much as you want. That's why it's a video, and just see how I click it, it creates a circle and my pointer. So just notice where I'm clicking, and then that way you can go, okay, I really don't want to make it too slow, because then it kind of gets a little boring. I want you to be able to learn it and really grab the gist of it. All right, so once I do this, I do put a little kind of like a little stamp, which is my website, and I go just www the make money from homedad.com. All right, and that way then the reason I push this right here is because like sometimes it's in font and I can't move it, see, because it's in font mode. So what I do is I choose this right here, which is my my little pointer, and that way I can start moving it wherever I want. Okay, if you have something else here, you can't do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in front of here, but the crazy part is that it's gonna be very hard to see. So I'm gonna go choose font again, so I can put it bold. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, maybe like a 36, and then maybe let me see if I can choose like another color or something that will resonate a little bit more. No, nothing's really resonating right here. So let me check something. I'm gonna put it right here. Let's see, right here in the middle. Look, you can see kind of right here. So I'm gonna make it a little tiny smaller. And I like that just in case people share this picture. It's a little bit like a really fine advertisement right there, so people can go back to my website, right? So there you go, my friends. That's like a picture that I'm gonna use actually for an article that I just wrote. And then after this, you can, if you want to keep using this and modifying it, right? So you can actually modify it. What you want to do is go to Files and push Save or Save As, and that's gonna save it as a Inkscape file, and you gotta be able to modify it. If you want to actually create it into an actual picture, you'll go to File and you go to Export Bitmap. Okay, export as a bitmap, and that's gonna you gotta browse to wherever you want to put it. And then you're gonna title it and then put export, push export right here. And what that's gonna do is gonna create it as like a bitmap. And what a bitmap is basically like a JPEG, it's like a picture, but you're not gonna be able to modify it anymore. Okay, so if you want to modify it again, make sure you save it as a file and save as, and because that way you can modify it and do changes in the future. But if you are ready to go, if it's ready to go, then just put bitmap and then put it into a picture. So like this desktop, usually I'll choose the same title as what's here, but for reasons I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna put pig really quick. All right, so and then you just push save. That's gonna close it, but then you still have to put export. Okay, so push export, and that's gonna push the export. All right, and see how it said 1200 by 628, which I think it was, right? Okay, yeah. 1200 by 628. So then let me just check it really quick. And where is it? There it is. See. So now when I double click it, when I double click on this, you're gonna go ahead and see my desktop is very dirty. I save a lot of stuff in my desktop. I like to go there first. See, now it's a picture. Now it's a picture. See, and now I can actually use this one to put into my blog. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope that you put some comments on there, ask some questions. If you do have particular questions that I didn't go through, and if I know them, then I'll go ahead and answer them. All right. If I don't know them, I'll try to look for the answer, and then I'll answer it. Or it'll take a little bit longer, but I'll look for an answer, because at the same time, maybe you have a question that I have a similar question too, right? And I want to answer those questions. So, make sure that, just any questions or comments, or, give me a shout out and say, hey, this is awesome. But for right now, this is the introductory video training series for Inkscape. And there's another video below this one that you're more than welcome to watch all of them. I'm going to teach you something else in that video. If you are on YouTube watching this video, because I will put it on there, just click on the link below. It's going to take you to this particular blog post that I'm setting this up. That way you can go ahead and see the rest of the training. Okay, my friend? Thank you so much for joining me. This is Nestor Nidome from the MakeMoneyFromHome.com, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, my friend? Thank you so much.